Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. Well, hopefully you saw the video that Anji and I just made about how the American Egg Board was caught in an illegal conspiracy against Hampton Creek, the makers of Just Mayo and other plant-based eggless food products. And also in that same video, we showed how the American Egg Board was caught paying bloggers to basically repeat their talking points about these healthy benefits of eggs. Well, strangely, on Jamie Oliver's own website, he's been talking a lot about these healthy benefits of eggs. Let's take a look at some of his claims. On JamieOliver.com, here's one about why protein is really our best friend, and even a misguided post about good carbs. But it gets worse: why fish is healthy, why eggs are ethical if the chickens aren't tortured as much, why cheese is healthy, and why eggs are healthy. It says eggs can be part of a healthy diet. Oh really? Maybe I've been misinformed all these 5 years as a vegan. So let's listen with an open mind and allow the Jamie Oliver team to educate us why we've been wrong by missing out on eggs. Alright, the post says, humans have been eating eggs for thousands of years. They're widely thought of as a good thing. Well, that doesn't prove a thing. People have been eating bacon and drinking booze for thousands of years, and your average person thinks of those as being good things. So what? Right, next they talk about the nutrients in eggs. Eggs are a meatless source of complete proteins. Wow. Well, let's take a look at the talking points that the American Egg Board sent to their paid bloggers. It looks almost the same. Eggs are packed with nutrients, most notably protein. So this does make you wonder, is Jamie Oliver perhaps on their payroll too? But it gets worse. Eggs are a great food source for vegetarians and vegans who may struggle to get all their essential amino acids. Struggle? Struggle to get protein, really? Well, this whole incomplete protein myth goes back to a book by Frances Moore Lappé in 1971, which she then corrected in the second edition 10 years later, saying she was wrong. If you're eating enough calories, if you're having a plant-based diet, you will get all your essential amino acids. But somehow this myth has just not gone away. Well, considering he's leading a food revolution, I would expect more from Jamie than to repeat on his website some 45-year-old myth. Furthermore, he's been broing down a lot with Tim Sheaf, a fellow high-carb vegan who's obviously not wasting away from lack of complete protein or not eating chicken eggs. So you should know better than that, Jamie. Shame on you. But it gets worse. His website states, it's true that eggs contain small amounts of cholesterol. Small amounts? Well, yeah, I guess 200 milligrams is a small amount if you compare it to the weight of a watermelon or a human. But what Jamie's really trying to get around here is admitting what's the number one most concentrated source of cholesterol.
Brains are number one. Veal brains, cow brains, more veal brains, and then eggs.
To put this in better perspective, let's have Dr. Greger here once again explain how much cholesterol is in one egg.
The yolk of a large egg provides more than the 210 milligrams of cholesterol in a Hardee's Monster Thick Burger, which contains 2/3 of a pound of beef, 3 slices of cheese, and 4 strips of bacon. A single egg yolk thus exceeds the recommended daily intake of cholesterol.
I really would have expected more from Jamie here. I mean, he's being intentionally deceptive with his small amounts, just trying to dance around this whole, elephant in the room issue about how eggs, aside from brains, are the most dense source of cholesterol, bar none. I mean, what is he trying to do here? Trick his viewers? I mean, is he a bad person? But it gets worse. He then advises, unless you have high levels of cholesterol and have been advised by a doctor to cut down or cut out your intake, there's no reason to avoid eggs. So it sounds like James is not too worried about the number one cause of death in both his country and ours, heart disease. Like, this is like a YOLO attitude. Yeah, eat all the eggs you want until your doctor says you might be sick. Where did he pull this out of? Is this sound medical advice given by doctors, or is there research that tells that? Anyway, let's again see what Dr. Greger has found out about this.
David Spence is the director of the Stroke Prevention and Atherosclerosis Research Center. David Jenkins, the guy who invented the glycemic index. And Dr. Davignon, the director of the Hyperlipidemia and Atherosclerosis Research Group at the Montreal Institute for Clinical Research. They conclude that waiting until your first stroke, heart attack, or diabetes diagnosis to avoid eggs is too late. They conclude stopping egg consumption after a heart attack or stroke would be like quitting smoking after a diagnosis of lung cancer, a necessary action, but late.
So basically, if you follow Jamie Oliver's advice here from his blog post about why eggs are healthy, despite that title, you'll be increasing your risk of dying of the #1 killer in the West here, heart disease. I mean, the American Egg Board is corporate and horrible as they are. They won't allow their egg manufacturers to legally advertise that eggs are either healthy or nutritious. Why not? Because eggs are not healthy or nutritious. So it's just plain wrong and totally irresponsible for Jamie to be selling them as such. So post your questions and comments down below here. Is Jamie Oliver on someone's payroll? I mean, he's gotten quite wealthy, wealthier than even Gordon Ramsay. So what do you think? Post down below. What's up with Jamie Oliver? Is he the egg industry shill somehow? If you got something out of this video, hit the like button and share it with a friend who just won't give up their eggs because they think those eggs are so darn healthy for them. So stay tuned for more from me and Angie here at Happy Healthy Vegan. Subscribe if you're new to our channel. And this is not a hate video, so don't give me all this crap about how we're horrible people for saying Jamie Oliver's a bad person. This is an objective, critical thinking breakdown. So if you need to respond critically, make sure you're thinking logically and rationally. So that brings me to our end point here. Keep it carb, baby, and keep it rational.
But because eggs have the amount of cholesterol they do, plus all the saturated fat, the words healthy and nutritious are problematic when it comes to eggs. This is the USDA saying this. However, the USDA helpfully suggests you can say eggs are nutrient-dense. Wait a second, why can you say eggs are nutrient-dense but not nutritious? Because there's no legal definition of nutrient-dense. You can say Twinkies and Coca-Cola are nutrient-dense, but legally, you can't say something is nutritious unless it's actually nutritious.